I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me, still with the dolls that I grew beside.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nikki. If you are new, this is Lifewnikk. If you are returning, welcome back, and thank you so much for supporting your girl. So as you guys see in the title below, I have lived in Atlanta for 3 years now. That's 6. I've lived in Atlanta for 3 years now, and I am here to talk about if I regret it or not. Before we get into anything though, if you guys have yet to do so, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as turn on that notification bell and check out some of my other Atlanta edition videos. I talk about different apartments and different things like that all the time. So you don't want to miss that if you're looking for an apartment. So we're going to start this video off with one solid answer. Do I regret it or no? So I feel like with me, there is no solid answer. I feel like I am at a point where I am like 70% 30. 70 being the fact that I do not regret it, 30% being the fact that I do regret it sometimes. And I feel like when you move across the country or whatever it is, I feel like nobody tells you that. Nobody warns you on the fact that there's going to be times where you absolutely love where you live, and there's going to be times where you absolutely want to go back home and be with your family and your friends. And I feel like I'm one of those people. I love Atlanta, and I feel like it's really taught me so many different things over the last year. So let me get into that. Professionally, I feel like Atlanta has really been there for me. It's held me down. Before I moved here, I didn't know what I wanted to do with the rest of my life, but now I am in a position to where I know exactly what I want to do and where I want to be in 5 years. So I feel like it's allowed me that. And I feel like the resources that are around here has honestly pushed me to get to that point, because Atlanta has money, okay? The people here, they have money. So if I'm out and about, you know, I see successful people, and it's not that I'm envious of them, but I'm still like, okay, I can do it too. You know what I mean? There's money to be made here. And I'm in a position now to where I'm at a good job. I have a stable income, which I've never had before. So it's just been a breath of fresh air. Being around successful people, I feel like it kind of pours into you, and having people that are there to give you that advice or to, you know, give you the opportunity so that you can grow. I feel like it's just unlimited here. I've lived here for 3 years, and there has not been a single time where I've been unemployed. And it doesn't matter what field I am. Like, if I was a case manager, if I was what I'm doing now is RBT, whatever it is, I've never been unemployed, because there's so many businesses out there and there's so many people that are looking for employees. So that has been it. And just being able to just have like that financial freedom, which I've never had in my life, it's just been really nice, and I'm thankful for it. And honestly, I could not thank anything or any place other than Atlanta, if I'm being honest, other than Georgia, because I feel like it's allowed me to open doors that I may have not been able to open if I stayed in Ohio. And I feel like, you know, like I said, being around that success has just poured into me, and I'm so thankful for it, because I feel like now my worth has changed. I know that there is a certain amount of money that I'm not comfortable making, and not only that, there's a certain amount of work conditions that I'm not comfortable working in, because, you know, being stable is not only being financially free, but it's being happy as well. So just being appreciated as an employee, and knowing my financial worth has just been great, and I'm so thankful to Atlanta for that. If you plan on living here and you're not here yet, I will tell you that if you are looking for opportunity, this is the place to be, okay? And then also, I feel like personally, when you, like I said in the beginning, if you are moving from a different state, nobody ever tells you the fact that you are going to feel isolated. You're away from all your friends. You're away from all your family. And I feel like moving here has allowed me to deal with that isolation. And honestly, I respect myself for it, because I could have ran 2 years ago, 3 years ago when I first moved here. But I feel like it's allowed me to enjoy my own company and to enjoy my own space and be okay with being alone, and not being so dependent on my family and my friends of being there, and not being so dependent on seeing them every weekend or on every holiday. And though I love my family and my friends, I just feel like just knowing how to be alone and knowing how to be isolated is healthy, because you never know. You may not have a chance or opportunity one day. Or what's the word I'm looking for? You may not have a choice one day, you know. someday you may be put in a situation where you have to be alone. So I feel like me being here has allowed me to be alone and to know what it's like to be alone. And though that might sound scary, it's something sometimes that you just have to do. It's also helped me to be really independent as well. When I lived in Ohio, y'all, I didn't even have a driver's license. When I moved here, I didn't have a choice. I was like, I have to get a driver's license because everything down here is kind of far out. So even if you do live in the city or whatever, if you want to go somewhere else, like, you know, like a different mall that's out the way, it may be like 40 minutes away. So having a car here to me is mandatory. And I feel like it's helped me to just become more independent with getting myself around. Shoot, having a license in general and just navigating throughout the world or throughout the state. It's just been nice just having that independency, that I would say. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to move over to the 30 percentile, the 30 percentile. So the 30 percentile is the fact that, you know, the isolation could also be very lonely sometimes. And people don't talk about that. Like, people are always saying, isolate yourself, isolate yourself. But I feel like there's a such thing as over isolating yourself. So, and for my thing, it's been when I lived in Ohio, I was extremely close to my family. So every holiday, my family, they're together. Like birthdays, they're together. My family is extremely close. Being here is so hard, y'all, just because sometimes my sister will FaceTime me or my mom or my brothers might FaceTime me and I see all my family and stuff like that. And sometimes I question it. I'm like, is being in a beautiful city and being around beautiful things more important than being around my family? And that's just something that I sometimes just ask myself. You know, I don't want to look up in like 5 years and regret moving away from home, missing out on so much time, missing out on seeing my nephews grow up. So that's just something that I battle with sometimes. I'm not saying that it's an everyday thing, but those are thoughts that come to my head sometimes. Like, I don't want to miss out on too much when it comes to my family, because I feel like memories are just as important as the things that you see or the things that you have in value or the things that you accomplish. I feel like being around your family sometimes is just as important. So that's still something that I'm still battling with. It's only been 3 years, but being away from my family never gets easier. So that's that. Another thing is, look, I'm becoming older, okay? And with that, I feel like I'm one of those people now. I'm 26. But even though that's still really, really young, I'm one of those people now. I don't like going to the club, y'all. Or I don't like going to like really overcrowded bars. I'm becoming one of those people. If I'm not at the house, I'm going to go to a bar. But even if I do go to a bar, I don't want to go to like a really overcrowded bar. And I feel like sometimes Georgia is really packed. And I'm becoming more of a laid back person. Like, for example, right now I could be looking for an apartment. Me and my boyfriend are trying to move. And right now I could be looking for an apartment in the city. But right now I want to like move on the outskirts. I want to be like away from like a lot of people. And I feel like that's just coming with my age and my maturity. It's just not wanting to be around what the hype is, but wanting to be around where I am more at peace. So that's just been my little battle as well. Like I always say in my videos, Georgia is extremely overpopulated. And you know, you can blame us, the people who have came from different states or whatever. But it's just something that sometimes does kind of annoy me, just not being able to go out and just be in a quiet space. You know, loud noises. The older you get, I don't know if it's just me, it annoys you. Like a motorcycle, if I hear a motorcycle coming, I get triggered. And I don't know if it's just me, but I don't know. I'm just wanted to just isolate myself a little bit more. So sometimes I do consider like maybe Knoxville, Tennessee or something like that, which I feel like people always say that's packed too, but I just feel like you pick your battles. But just in general, I guess 70% overweight, 30%. So in general, I would say that I don't regret moving to Atlanta. Like I said, the amount of opportunity that you can gain here is insane. The doors that are open to you, the things that you see, the experiences that you see. And though I may say that I like being isolated, when I go out sometimes, y'all, I see the funniest things. Like I'll see like I'll see celebrities or whatever, or I'll see like people like from TikTok and people inviting you to like join their TikTok, or like YouTubers and stuff like that. So sometimes it's really inspirational to see. And I feel like when nobody tells you about moving out of state at all, it's just that you honestly, you start to know who you are as a person. You know the things that you don't want, you know the things that you want, you do want. And I feel like it's just been kind of God's protection with me being here I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and though I love Cleveland, Ohio, shout out to it. You know, I'm gonna rock Cleveland, Ohio to the day I die. But I will say that it's really small. You know what I mean? It's not. It's opportunity there. I feel like it's opportunity wherever you go, but I feel like it's not as big opportunity. I have friends that are in Cleveland, Ohio, that have died and have been murdered, and haven't done anything. Just innocent bystanders. The shootings there is crazy. So who knows? When I was in Cleveland, Ohio, y'all, I was in the streets. I was in the streets. I went out every weekend. I was in the club. I was at the bars. I was kicking it with people who I did go to high school with, people who didn't. Like, I was in the hood. I was in the suburbs. I was pretty much everywhere in Ohio. And and sometimes I kind of wonder if maybe God allowed me to come here so that I can like calm down. Because when I was in Ohio, y'all, watch my other story times, the fire from T-Mobile story time, and my I got fired from a few different places, me running out of gas. When I was in Ohio, I felt like I just put myself into so many like just silly situations, and that may have just been me being young, but I sometimes wonder if I still lived in Ohio, would I still be this person who is like just wild? I was a wild thing, and since moving to Georgia, I feel like it's calmed me down. It's made me become a lady. You know what I mean? Like Martin, like I'm a lady, okay? But yeah, that's just been it. So if you are somebody who's thinking about moving to Atlanta or just moving away from your hometown, I say do it. I feel like you gain so much knowledge. You start learning so much about yourself. You start figuring out what it is that you want out of your life. You see new things. You meet new people from all throughout the country, all throughout the world. And I feel like that's healthy to have. It's healthy to have those different opinions and those different views, because I feel like sometimes when you stay in your home, and I mean like just like I mean this for people who don't even travel, like if you're always in your hometown, because I have people in my family who never travel, and when you stay in your hometown, I feel like, and you never leave, I feel like there's certain things that you are holding yourself back from. So every now and again, even if you don't plan on moving, take a trip. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to get caught up in the same routine and look back 50 years from now and wish that you maybe have went to like a different state or a different country or maybe a different city. But what I'm saying is for the people who are staying in the same city or whatever, and this is just my personal view, please don't eat me up in the comments, just, you know, try to go into other places and different environments. So if you're used to hip hop, go ahead and try out some jazz. You know what I mean? If you're used to rock and roll, go ahead and try out the blues. You know what I mean? Like, just learn new things. I feel like it will open your mind so that you are more willing to be around different people of different ethnicities and different opinions and things like that. So that's just open doors for me. So be open-minded to that. That's all I'm really saying. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below if you guys have lived here and what your personal journey has been like. I'm interested to hear some stories and to subscribe to some YouTube channels. I would love to have me some Atlanta friends, y'all. So go ahead and comment below or just DM me on Instagram if you guys are interested. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button like I said at the beginning of the video. Turn on that notification bell. Give this video a thumbs up. Check out some of my other videos and I will see you guys next time. Bye.